The 2024 Sioux Falls Little League All-Star team will go down in history, and despite some challenges, the team clawed their way to the Little League World Series. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Jordan DeSmit caught up with the team as they reflect on their unforgettable experience in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
It didn't take long before this year's Sioux Falls Little League All-Star team realized they had a special group.
Right after our first week of practice, we had great practices and we had all the positions filled that we needed, so I knew we were going to be good after that week of practice.
As they began their push to Williamsport, they breezed through the district tournament, but they faced some challenges at state.
The state tournament was interesting. We lost our first game and had some adversity to start with. Thankfully, it's a double elimination tournament. We blew a lead in the 6th inning, but our boys were resilient, responded exactly how we wanted them to, and came back, played well in the remaining games.
After earning a state championship, they advanced to the regionals where their backs were against the wall once again.
When we lost to Webb City in the regional, we spent a lot of time talking about this is a place we've been, and we just get to play extra baseball.
Then they won 2 straight to clinch a spot in the Little League World Series.
It was insane. We couldn't believe it. I mean, it's a dream come true, and we just were so excited and so ready.
We won late at night, and then we were left at 7 in the morning. So we had a short hour or so to celebrate with the team and the families back at the hotel, but then all of a sudden it was logistics.
Once they figured out those, the team had a once-in-a-lifetime experience in Williamsport.
I'd say for me the parade was the most overwhelming part of the whole process. It certainly exceeded expectations. They estimate 40,000 people were at this parade.
It was crazy. People throwing balls at us, and it's like we were MLB players, like we were famous.
The MLB also hosted a major league game in Williamsport during the tournament, where the team got to see what it was like to be a big leaguer.
It was super cool to hear their stories and how they made it to the big leagues and what their journey was. They're just normal people. They're not just insane. They just still act the same way as anyone else.
But what might have been the most unique part of their trip was interacting with players from around the country and world.
It was super cool meeting all the international people and using Google Translate, and that definitely helped a lot, and it was super fun.
That's what's cool is these kids were just fearless of going and making new friends and meeting people from all over the world and not letting a language barrier deter them.
Sioux Falls Little League lost their first 2 games, eliminating them from the tournament.
We were there to win, and I think we showed that we can play with anybody. We gave that Florida team one heck of a ball game. And they went on to win the U.S. sides.
Although it did not end the way they wanted it to, the team has a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, it was sad, but you got to remember that we made it there, and that was the main goal.
We played phenomenal baseball, came up on the wrong end of it, but we've got memories, friendships, and bonds that will last us for a lifetime.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Jordan DeSmit.
The team from Florida that eliminated Sioux Falls ended up winning the entire tournament.